What's up, guys? Jake with TN Tactical. Come to another special video. This has got to be the craziest follow-up I've ever seen about the SIG P320 debacle that's been going on. You know, we've talked about how the P320 had a problem with dropping and going off. Then we talked about how it would go off in your holster, and SIG has sworn up and down, denying, gaslighting us, telling us that it is just all in our heads and that the P320 cannot go off without any pull of the trigger. Oh my God, have I found the video for you. Quick credit where credit's due here. I found this other channel that has demonstrated without doubt that the P320 can in fact go off without any pull of the trigger, and this has to be the most definitive proof I have seen to date. Check this out. Check this out. Hang on here.
All right, let's see. Now that should be roughly a millimeter or less of input into the trigger. I think that's probably good right there, just a guesstimate. No input from the finger. I'm just gonna tap the slide and we're gonna see if it goes off. Now, again, this is simulating what the FBI found as a shelf on either the sear or the striker hook, and it getting caught up on that. Or maybe you're putting input on the trigger and you've only gone less than a millimeter through the firing sequence, through the actual movement of the sear down is less than 1 millimeter. And we're gonna see if it'll set the cartridge off. I don't know, we'll try it a couple times. It might not, this safety might be working, but the other safeties might not have been, so let's see. Did you see that? Holy crap! Holy shit! It freaking did it! It freaking did it. What do you got to say now? Why is a pistol, even if you're saying it works properly, why is a handgun able to, I gotta go load more cases. I didn't think it was gonna do it. I wonder if we can do it again. First time.
It was probably blanks.
First time. and again, let me show you. The striker safety is working. Look at that. The spring is working. Holy crap. Holy crap. Is that it, guys? Is that it? Is this what's going on? Is there a less than a millimeter of movement in the firing sequence? Again, once you get past the pre-travel and hit that wall, once you hit the wall, less than a millimeter of movement, and you saw my finger wasn't on it, okay? And when I throw that case, it's right here. Holy shit. Let's see, now that should be roughly a millimeter or less of input into the trigger. And if you touch the slide, let's see if we can touch the slide and get it to go off. Well, that's 2 in a row. Let's try that again. Holy shit. Fired case. Yep. Fully functioning striker safety.
So it makes sense he is using blanks. That's why the slide, see, at first I thought this was fake. I thought it was fake because the slide isn't actually like going back. And I thought maybe he's using live rounds. That's kind of risky, right? You know? Because you'll see there's like a flash of fire that comes out of here on some of these. But then I realized, no, he's actually loaded his own blanks, and he is just demonstrating that's going off. I think the primer, the reason why the slide's not kicking back is because there's not enough pushback since there's no round loaded actually in the cartridge. Does that make sense? I think it does.
And striker, yep. Let's try it again. That's two in a row. Holy crap. You want to try, oh, shit, I didn't do, there we go, yep, reset. All right, I didn't take the screw, the input tool out. Let's see if we can do that again.
Putting the screw in.
I'm gonna come, I gotta get some better light here.
He just put a screw in just a little bit. Just a little bit.
All right, again, there you go. No fingers on the trigger. Remember, The P320 cannot fire without a full trigger pull. We have it staged at 1 millimeter or less as measured on the table, so this is just a guesstimate. And if we put some input into the slide.
Now keep in mind, he's not disengaging the trigger safety, the safety spring for the trigger pull. You know, he showed you that earlier. He's not actually disengaging. That's still intact. Okay?
Somewhere. Will it go off again? Will it release? Let's see. That's 3 in a row. Let me take the screw out.
That's insane. Less than 1 millimeter of actual
Number 4.
pull.
Let's try it again.
Messing with it.
As you, let me show you. Fully functioning striker safety. All right. Should we do it with the magazine again? Let's put the magazine back in.
Yeah, put the
mag in.
mag in.
The last one with the magazine out.
Do it. Do it.
Handy dandy
Do it.
trigger input tool. We are going to try to. Dang, sorry about that. I'm trying to get over a sinus thing and a cough. We're going to try to simulate. All right, here we go. Again, we are roughly, as we saw on the tabletop, I'm guessing we're roughly 1 millimeter to less than 1 millimeter of engagement on that trigger. And let's see if we can get it to go off again.
What the heck, guys?
That was 4.
Dude, this is insane. Like, I get it. Some people are going to say, oh, he's still engaging the trigger. Bullshit. That's not really engaging the trigger. If you think that's engaging the trigger, that could be anything. That could be your freaking shirt getting caught in there, just slightly, you know, less than 1 millimeter to 1 millimeter bumping up against that trigger. That's ridiculous. And the fact that he's able to finagle the slide, like push on the barrel and slide a little bit, and it's causing it to go off. I hate to keep making follow-up videos on the SIG stuff going on, but I mean, when you got crops growing, you got to farm, and we're going to farm the shit out of this. So, wanted to bring this to your attention, guys. I just saw it for the first time. Watch the full video. Check out the Wyoming Gun Project. He gives you a full breakdown of everything. It's like a 40-minute video. I just wanted to put this on your radar because, holy shit. If you enjoyed this content, make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below. We'll see you next time.